Subscribe for more stories and show your support by giving this video a thumbs up. Noah and the Magic Bridge in the Sky, The Awakening of Colors. Noah was a 5-year-old boy with curious eyes and curly hair that always looked messy. He lived in a small town called Rain Valley, where most of the year was cloudy. For Noah, the world consisted mostly of 3 colors: the gray of the sky, the dark green of the trees, and the muddy brown of his boots. It had been raining non-stop for the last 4 days. Drip, drip, drip. The sound of drops hitting the window had sounded like a lullaby on the first day. On the second day, it was a bit boring. By the 4th day, Noah felt like a lion trapped in a cage. He was lying on the rug in the living room, drawing with his crayons. "Grandpa," Noah said, putting down the grey crayon in his hand. "Why is the sun playing hide-and-seek with us? I think it forgot where it hid." Sitting in his armchair by the fireplace, Grandpa Henry lowered his newspaper. With his snow-white beard and smiling eyes, Henry was the wisest man in town. "The sun isn't forgetful, Noah," Henry said. "It just waits for the right moment to take the stage sometimes. And do you know what? When the sun and the rain decide to dance at the same time, magic happens in the sky." Noah sat up curiously. "Magic? Like a rabbit coming out of a hat?" Henry laughed. "Much bigger than that, son. Much more colorful." Around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the rhythm outside changed. The loud noise of the heavy rain gave way to a gentle drizzle. And then, a strange light filtered into the room. This wasn't the yellow light of a lamp. This was a pure, bright, and sharp light. Grandpa Henry went to the window. "There," he whispered. "It is time." He turned to Noah. "Put on your boots, Noah. Grab your raincoat. I need to show you something." Noah excitedly put on his yellow raincoat. He pulled his rubber boots onto his feet. When they opened the door, that wonderful smell filled his nose, the scent of wet earth and fresh grass. The world had been washed. Everything was sparkling. "Where are we going?" asked Noah, stomping splash. "Into the puddles." "To the hill," said Henry. "Where the great oak stands. The sky is about to give us a gift." The path to the hill was a bit muddy, but Noah didn't mind. He looked around. Nature had come alive after the rain. He saw a ladybug sitting on a leaf. "Red!" shouted Noah. Further ahead, he noticed a wildflower blooming among the bushes. "Blue!" Grandpa Henry smiled. "Keep your eyes open, Noah. This is just the beginning." When they reached halfway, Noah looked at the sky. Behind him, the setting sun was flowing through the clouds like a river of gold. But in front of them, on the other side of the valley, there were still dark clouds, and it was still raining there. Sun behind, rain ahead. Noah saw the water droplets in the air sparkling like diamond dust in the sunlight. They reached the top of the hill, beneath that massive great oak tree. The entire valley lay beneath their feet. Grandpa Henry stopped. He pointed his cane toward the other side of the valley, where the grey clouds were. "Look, Noah," he said. "Look at the sky." Noah lifted his head. And his breath was taken away. There, right in the middle of the grey sky, was a gigantic arch. It started from the ground, rose up to the sky, and then came back down to the ground. But this wasn't an ordinary bridge. It was made of light. And it was colorful. It was brighter, more vivid, and more perfect than all the colors in Noah's crayon box. "What is this?" whispered Noah. His voice was trembling. "Grandpa, who painted the sky?" "This is called a rainbow, Noah," said Henry. "It is formed when sunlight breaks as it passes through raindrops. It is a game played by light and water." Noah couldn't take his eyes off that massive arch. It looked close enough to touch, yet far enough to never reach. "Let's count the colors," said Grandpa. Noah pointed to the outermost band with his finger. "At the top, there is red. Like a fire truck." "Correct," said Henry. "What is right below it?" "Orange. Like the fruit." "And then yellow. Like the sun." "Go on." "Green. Like the grass." "Blue. Like the ocean." "And at the bottom?" Noah squinted his eyes. "Is that purple?" "Yes, indigo and violet," said Henry. 7 colors. All in perfect harmony. Noah was mesmerized. That gray, boring valley was gone, replaced by a world straight out of a fairy tale. "Grandpa, can we walk under it?" asked Noah excitedly. "Maybe there is a magical land on the other side." Henry stroked his grandson's hair. "You can't walk under a rainbow, Noah. As you walk toward it, it moves with you. It is not a place, it is a vision. It is nature's way of telling us, the storm is over, everything will be beautiful." Noah watched silently for a while. Then a thought occurred to him. "A friend at school said," Noah said thoughtfully, "that there is a pot of gold where the rainbow ends. Leprechauns hide it. Is that true?" Grandpa Henry laughed. "Ah, old stories. No one can reach the end of the rainbow to find the gold. But I think that story is misunderstood." Henry knelt down and came to the same level as Noah. "The real treasure isn't the gold inside a pot, Noah. The real treasure is being able to stand here right now and see this beauty. Think about it, millions of raindrops and sunlight came together right at this moment, at this exact angle, just so you could see this view. Isn't this more valuable than all the gold?" Noah looked at the rainbow again. That giant riot of colors was like a smile hanging in the sky. "Yes," said Noah. "Seeing this is better than gold." A few more minutes passed. The sun began to lower, and the clouds began to scatter. The rainbow started to fade slowly. First, the violet disappeared. Then the blue grew faint. The red band remained like a thin veil, and finally, it too melted away into the blue of the sky. Noah felt a little sad. "It's gone," he said. "Why didn't it stay? Why doesn't it stay there forever?" "If it stayed there forever," said Grandpa Henry, "you wouldn't lift your head to look at it. You would think it was ordinary, like street lamps or trees. Some things are short, Noah, that's why they are precious. The rainbow teaches us that beauty is momentary, and we must capture it." Noah thought about these words. The rainbow was gone, but its image was still before his eyes. It was etched in his mind like a photograph. On the way back home, Noah didn't speak at all. He observed. He didn't just see gray, green, and brown anymore. He saw the silvery glint on the wet stones, the different shades of blue in the sky, the pink light the setting sun cast on the clouds. The rainbow had changed the way he saw things. It had unlocked the world's colors. When they arrived home, Noah ran straight to the living room. He pushed the grey crayon aside. He took out the most vivid, brightest crayons in the box. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. He took a large, white sheet of paper. Grandpa Henry came over to Noah while stoking the fire in the fireplace. On the paper, there was a huge rainbow covering the page from end to end. 2 small stick figures were drawn underneath. One tall with a cane, the other short with a yellow raincoat. And a giant sun was smiling above them. "It's wonderful," said Henry. Noah looked at his picture and smiled. "You know what, Grandpa," he said. "I won't be sad when it rains anymore." "Why?" "Because," said Noah, holding the colorful crayons tightly in his hand, "if there is no rain, the colors can't wake up. We need both the sun and the rain to make a rainbow." Grandpa Henry looked at his grandson with pride. Noah hadn't just learned new colors that day. He had also learned one of life's most important lessons: the most beautiful things sometimes come after the stormiest days. It was evening outside, but Noah's room was now the most colorful place in the world. The end.